All righty. We are live. All right. I got my text. Everything seems to be working, except you can't see me. Oh, goodness. We are live. So while we're waiting for others to arrive, let me just play a little video. Hang on, guys. Let me make sure I didn't mess something up. Remove from the studio. Hang on. Sometimes I forget to bring up the sound. Oh, maybe it's working. Okay, let's hope so. All right, StreamYard, I'm not as familiar. Let's see. Add to the stream. All right. All right, guys, can you see me okay? And let me know if you can hear the sound. I know I keep messing with it, but let me know if you can hear the sound. Here we go. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, I can hear it on my phone. It's the only way I know for sure. All right, so I'm loving this trailer that one of our speakers made today, and I thought I would share it with all of you. So let me just get this started. And 1, 2, 3, here we go. I see Gladys is in the house. Jamie is in the house. Jennifer, new CBF member, is in the house. Kelly, hello. Busy Bee, great to see you. And here we go. Wasn't that exciting? I cannot wait till April 15th. We're going to play it again to give people time to get here, and we'll get started here in just a minute. So just enjoy the CBF Live trailer. Tell me what you think. I want to know what you think about our exciting trailer. Type in the comments. Read the credits. You'll love them. Let me go back on the credits so you can read them. They're kind of fun. Let's see. How do I? Yeah, stop the credits. Don't you love the credits? It's like wardrobe from Nordstrom's. Anyway, one of our speakers did this trailer for me today. And it just got me so much more excited about CBF Live. I cannot wait. It's 2 weeks away. So 14 days away. You have 2 weeks to get registered. Will you go get registered tonight? Stop procrastinating, people. Stop procrastinating. 25 years ago, when I was struggling in business, 30 years ago, when I was struggling in business, I would have given anything. I would have paid $5,000 to come to an industry-specific conference where the only thing they were teaching on was cleaning concepts and how to succeed in the residential cleaning industry. I'd have paid $5,000 to be there. I would have paid $5,000 to get into the room filled with successful cleaning business coaches and cleaning business entrepreneurs. I would have done anything to get in this room. It didn't exist 30 years ago. I mean, I was still struggling 30 years ago. So guys, don't delay. Quit procrastinating. Procrastination is what's destroying your business. So stop it. Stop destroying your business. How's the sound, guys? I want to make sure that my sound is good. Let's see here. Is it, let's see here. Default headphone. Okay, good. My headphones are connected. I remember, gosh, it was probably 20 years ago. I paid $1,000 registration to attend a conference put on by Entrepreneurial Magazine. And it was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Had never been there before, and I've never been back since. And I've always said that was such a beautiful, quaint town. I want to go back, but I never did. I don't even know why. But my mom and I both paid the registration $1,000. I mean, this was like 20 years ago. We paid the registration to attend this conference in Charlotte, North Carolina, put on by Entrepreneur Magazine. And I absolutely loved it. We loved it. Now, I would say probably more than half of the workshops that I attended really weren't that great. They really weren't. But half of them were really good. And they were very helpful in my business. And I will never forget, one workshop made it all worth it. One. And so you don't have to go to an event and get a million ideas for it to be worth your time and worth your investment. You only need to get one $10,000 idea and let that $10,000 repeat itself in your business year after year after year after year, or month after month after month after month. And I remember there was one workshop at the Entrepreneur Magazine conference that my mom and I attended. And the man's name was, let me think about it here, because I hired him years later to come and speak at my conference. Something Rich. I believe his name was Mike Rich. I'll never forget his last name because it was so fitting for his talk. And I still have the cassette tape today that I bought the day I was there. It was a cassette tape, so that tells you how long ago it was. And I paid $1,000 to go to this conference 20 years ago. But I bought his cassette tape, and the name of the cassette tape was "What's All the Fuss About Price?" What's all the fuss about price? It changed my life that day. $1,000 registration, a generic conference for all general business. It wasn't a specialized conference like the one we're having in Fort Worth next month. It changed my life. I don't even remember the other workshops that I attended. I remember nothing about them. They did not change my life. In fact, I remember specifically 2 workshops that I hated. One was so bad, people were walking out of. It was horrible. It was boring. It was like 2 employees from a company reading from a workbook. It's like, really? We paid to hear this? People were walking out of that workshop. And then there was another workshop where the gentleman was teaching on the concept of open books. It was kind of a cool thing back then. Anyway, I didn't like it, didn't agree with it. And I stuck it out. I didn't walk out. But I remember that most of the workshops weren't relevant. They didn't fit my little cleaning business. And well, it wasn't even that little back then, but it didn't fit my cleaning business. But this one talk changed my life. What's all this fuss about price? And he told the most amazing story around price versus value, cost versus value. And for the first time in my career, I understood the concept. He wasn't talking about residential cleaning, but he was talking about the universal concept around pricing and value and what you're worth. And from that point on, I understood the concept around price versus value. And I went back and I was a better business owner and I made more money as a result of spending the $1,000 for the registration. That did not include the airfare and the hotel. Now I got to share the hotel room with my mom, so the cost was cut in half there. But it changed my business forever, and it changed the way I priced in the future, and it changed my understanding of price versus value. And what I take away from that is you don't need to leave a conference with 100 ideas. You only need one $10,000 idea. And that was probably a $100,000 idea for me. But you only need one $10,000 idea that you can implement and make $10,000 over and over and over and over again, whether it's $10,000 a month or $10,000 a year. I don't care. So that's what attending a conference is all about. It's about recalibrating your thinking. It is about helping you get to the next level. It is about solving problems that you have not been able to solve so far. It's also about getting out of your comfort zone. Some of you have never traveled all by yourself before. Well, I would say probably about 16 years ago, I was one of them. It was rare that I traveled by myself. I mean, I might get on a plane and go visit my mom, but I didn't travel for business by myself. Now, it's easy peasy. I do it all the time, or I did before the pandemic. I haven't traveled for business since the pandemic, but only for leisure, right? To go visit my grandbabies, go visit my sister, my brother. But getting on a plane and traveling by yourself and checking into a hotel, getting an Uber to take you from the airport to the hotel, checking in and learning for 3 full days, business concepts that are going to take you to the next level and help you specifically with residential cleaning business will change your life. It's time to grow up. It's time to put our big boy pants on, our big girl pants on, get on a plane and come to Fort Worth, Texas. CBF Live, April 15th, 16th, and 17th. It is absolutely insane for a residential cleaning business company to pass and not be there. It's insane. I would have given anything 20, 25, 30 years ago if this even existed. I'd have paid a fortune to be in that room. I have paid a fortune to be in the room with people whose businesses were bigger than mine that I knew would help me get to the next level. So I can't even imagine not coming. It doesn't even make sense. I can't even comprehend. I can't comprehend. Now, let me get to a couple of things I want to share with you, because tonight we're going to talk about favorite quotes. That'd be so fun. So I hope you have your favorite quote in mind, because I want you to type it into the comments in a minute. Not yet. So my birthday just keeps going on and on and on. I'm not one to celebrate birthdays anyway. I kind of don't like them, but I've gotten used to it. I'm actually better than I was. I was a real idiot about birthdays years ago, but I'm getting a little better, right? I'm getting a little better. But my birthday just keeps going on and on and on. My birthday lasted about 2 weeks. And today I got another birthday present in the mail. So let me show you what I got. It was so sweet. So this bag says she leaves, let's see, a little sparkle everywhere she goes. I thought that was so sweet. So first of all, this is from Lisa Chow. Lisa, thank you so much. You are such a sweetie. Love that woman. You guys are going to learn a little bit about Lisa Chow. She is a published author, and you'll be meeting her at CBF Live. If you're lucky, she might autograph a copy of her book. All right, so she sent me this in the mail, the Maxwell Leadership Bible. Isn't that cool? I can't wait to dig into this. How incredible is that? What a very special gift. First of all, I love John Maxwell. Second of all, I love leadership. And third of all, I love the Bible. All right, so then little something personal. I got a honey lavender sugar scrub. I've always wanted one of these. I think you scrub your hands with them. I'm not quite sure, but I've heard about scrubs and I've wanted one, and now I have one. A sugar honey lavender scrub. Isn't that sweet? All right, what else? Okay, so this is what prompted me for the topic of tonight. So, of course, I got a really sweet card. And what's funny is the card has a little tiara on the front. What does it say about me? She thinks she is a princess. And it says, "You deserve the royal treatment today. Thank you for all you do. With love, Lisa Chow." Isn't that sweet? All right, but this is what inspired me with our topic today. And that is a little book called I Totally Got This. I totally got this. A journal to remind myself that I am truly awesome and capable, and that I am seriously going to nail it no matter what it is, and no matter how much I secretly doubt myself, because doubt is just a 4-letter word. Okay, 5. And I should doubt the doubt like the nonsense, and the words keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller as you read it. So I'm not going to keep reading. So anyway, I thought I'm going to look through this, and there's all kinds of inspirational quotes in here. And I thought, how fun would that be to have you guys pull your favorite inspirational quote and type into the comments right now so I can read those. So start typing it in. Start typing in your favorite inspirational quotes. So let me share some of the ones that are in this little book. First of all, this one is by Edith Head. And the quote is, "You can do anything you want in life if you dress for it." I'm all dressed up with my little white jacket. My husband and I went to a quick dinner when we went and picked up his car from the auto place, and had a little martini, a quick dinner, and then I'm back to work till probably 11, 12 o'clock tonight. I'm working like a maniac round the clock on CBF Live Talks. I've changed them like a dozen times. It's ridiculous. So anyway, so start typing in your favorite quotes, and I'll read them here in just a minute. And then here's another one. "Life loves to be taken by the lapel and told, 'I'm with you, kid. Let's go.'" Isn't that great? Here's another quote. "She would be a new person. She would be a new person," she vowed. "They said, no matter how far a mule travels, it can never come back a horse. But she would show them all." All right, here's another one. "The sun himself is weak when he first rises and gathers strength and courage as the day gets on." Here's another one. "Where you tend a rose, my lad, a thistle cannot grow." Where you tend a rose, a thistle cannot grow. Here's another one. "Don't you worry about me. I'll always come out on top." That's pretty much my motto, right? Don't you worry about me. I'm always coming out on top. I hope you feel that way about yourself and about your business and about your life. Here's another one. Nobody beats. Oh gosh, I'm too ignorant to read this. Nobody beats Vitas. I'm sure some of you know what this means. Grillatus 17 times in a row. Never mind, that one's too hard for me. I went to public school. All right, here's another one. "I know very little about acting. I'm just an incredibly gifted faker." Isn't that great? Don't you fake it till you make it in business? I remember faking it till I made it many, many times. I remember going out on estimates when I had this vision of having employees, but I didn't have employees yet. But I had a vision. I knew exactly what I wanted. I didn't know how to get there. But I remember going out on in-home estimates when I knew my goal was to hire employees and transition houses off of me. And I remember saying to my clients, "Now we will come and clean for you on blah, 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 and we will do this and we will do that." I didn't have a single employee. There was no mouse in my pocket, right? I was faking it till I made it. And I would share with my brand new clients because I had a plan to transition out of the field. I didn't want to be the one cleaning their house a year from today. And so I remember specifically, it's so weird how you remember specific things. This has probably been 34 years ago. I don't know why I remember this, but I remember specifically the very first house where I went out and did an in-home estimate where I had a specific plan to transition myself out of the field. So before that, I was like, I clean houses. It's me. You get me. And this is my price. But at this particular house, it was the very first client that I had told myself, tell them that one of your employees will be taking over their house soon. I had that in my head. So when I knocked on the door and I was ready to do the estimate, I kept saying, we will do this, we will do this. And eventually one of my employees will be taking over your house. And I didn't say, I don't know who it is. And I've never hired an employee in my life. And I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't say that. I just said, and one of my employees, I'll start out cleaning, but one of my employees will be trained eventually to take over your house. And I said it with so much confidence, as if it was common. It was if I do it all the time. They were like, oh, okay, just let us know. And I remember going back to my car thinking, oh, that was easy. I thought they were going to say something like, oh, you mean it won't be you forever? But they didn't. Now, that was the highest priced recurring client job I had ever priced at that point in my business. This was probably 34 years ago. Anybody want to take a guess at what I charged them? I believe they signed up for biweekly service. It was either weekly or biweekly, but I'm thinking it was biweekly. It was a couple with no kids. I think they had a dog or so. I can still remember standing in their kitchen doing the estimate. Anybody want to guess what I charged them for biweekly service? Now, it was the highest price I had ever asked for my services. Plus, I told them one of my employees would be taking over the job soon once I got it into shape, and I'd be handing it off to them. Amy Smith says 45. Anybody else want to take a stab at it? Let's see. Steve says no one has ever become poor by giving. Oh, that was Sylvia. Sorry about that. So let's see here. Amy says, oh, I need to go back and read the quotes. I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun here. Anybody want to guess? Okay. Somebody else said 60. Somebody said 45. Anybody want to guess? Come on, guess, guys. What do you think I charged for bi-weekly service? Somebody said 18. No, Jamie, it wasn't that bad. I mean, that was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Oh, R says $100. Are you kidding me? No. 34 years ago, I wouldn't have had the nerve. Gladys says 50. All right. It was the highest price biweekly account I had ever charged. And I quoted them $55 biweekly. And they went for it. They didn't bat an eyelash. They didn't haggle with me. They didn't tell me, wow, that's kind of high. It was the highest I'd ever charged. Before that, most of my prices for biweekly cleanings were $35 to $40 and maybe even sometimes $45 for a biweekly cleaning. Most of the time. These were jobs that I was going to spend 3 to 4 hours at. They were the highest priced customers. They were so nice. I really liked them. You know what they used to do? How do I remember these things? I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I can sure remember this house 30 plus years ago. They would make homemade bread in those fancy bread makers. Have you guys seen those fancy bread makers? They're like this big. They sit on the kitchen counter. You make up some dough. Actually, you don't even make the dough. You dump in the ingredients into the bread maker and it turns it on. It kneads it. It stops. It rises. It kneads it. And you set it all on a timer. And then at a certain point, after it's kneaded and it rises, it would bake the bread. And you would have this amazing freshly baked bread with these bread makers. They were really popular back in the 90s. In fact, I still have one up in the cabinet because I can't get my husband to get rid of it. We don't eat bread anymore. We can't We can't afford the carbs, but we still have our bread maker. He used to make a loaf of hot, fresh bread for me every time I cleaned. And he would leave a little note with his check for $55 and said, your hot, fresh bread is in the bread maker. Feel free to take it home. I remember how special I felt. After cleaning his home, I would take the hot, fresh bread. Of course, after you clean for 3 hours, you're like ravenous. So I would like whack off some bread and eat it before I went home. Oh, how do I remember these things? I don't even know. But anyway, they would make me hot, fresh bread. And that was the first client I ever told that we would be cleaning your home and that eventually one of my employees would be taking over the job. I didn't have a single employee when I said that, but I had a vision of what I wanted. I had a vision that one day I would not be cleaning the houses. My employees would be cleaning the houses. And I'd just be picking up the checks and putting them in the deposits. So anyway, some of us wouldn't, R says, some of us wouldn't even get out of bed for $55. Yeah, well, 34 years ago, you would have. It was good money 34 years ago. It was crazy times. So anyway, I don't even know how I got started on that story. But so tonight is favorite quotes night. So let me see what some favorite quotes are. I'm going to go back through. I bet this is Jamie. Let's see. I bet it was Jamie that said, my lake house is 30 minutes north of Charlotte on Lake Norman, all because of CBF. Isn't that amazing? That was Jamie, I'm sure. See, I'm looking through StreamYard, so it doesn't always show me your name unless you go to streamyard.com/Facebook. All righty. So anyway, yep, Coach Jamie is a huge success. She has a lake house because her business works. It's profitable. It's successful. She has the time freedom to do business coaching. So now she gets to lift as she climbs, which I absolutely love. And there's Eric Shine, one of my favorite people on the planet, Eric and Debbie Ems. CBF Live is a no-brainer. If you've never been, it will change your life. Thank you, Eric. You guys are so incredible. I just love the M's. Such high quality people. Next year, hello, this year. All righty, let's see. I'm gonna, what? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. Periscope. That's why I don't use Periscope that much. There's too many nuts on it. So exciting. Can't wait. So glad you can't wait. All righty, let's see here. What else? All right, so let's do some quotes. It's time for you to type in your favorite quote. What is your favorite quote? One of my favorite quotes is by Zig Ziglar. One of my favorites. I just love it. And he's in one of his quotes, I might mess it up, but the gist of his quote is that you will get everything you want in life if you will just help enough other people to get what they want. And that is so true. That basically is a longer version of lift as you climb. You will climb the ladder of success as long as you are helping others go up the ladder of success. And that's why I love our CBF coaches like Coach Jamie and Libby and Jeannie and all the other coaches that we have in our program. They are literally using the skills and the success that they have achieved since joining CBF to lift other struggling cleaning business owners and help them reach new heights and new levels that they never thought possible, that they had given up a time ago on reaching. So I just love it. So now's the time to type in your favorite quotes. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. I'll go back and read some of them. It's the only way to grow. Practice. Oh, yeah. Amy says, practice by faking like you're the $1 million business you're going to be. That's right. So let me pop that up, Amy. Amy Smith, obviously one of our CBF rock stars. Just love Amy's heart and enthusiasm and zeal for growing her business. And this is so true. It's the only way to grow. Practice by faking it like you're $1 million business that you're going to be. And that's really what I started doing 30 plus years ago, even long before I hired consultants to help me fix my broken mess. I knew that I needed to act like the size business I wanted to be, not like the size business that I was. And I knew that. I don't know how I knew it. I don't know how I knew some of this stuff. Sylvia says, no one has ever become poor by giving. That is a great quote. No one has ever become poor by giving. In other words, like I love to say, you can't outgive giving. When you give, it comes back tenfold. All right, let's see. Some more inspirational quotes, guys. Okay, here's a good one. If you can dream it, you can do it. The great Napoleon Hill says, whatever the mind thinketh, so he can achieve. I kind of screwed up the quote, but that's the gist of it. Whatever you can imagine, whatever you can think, you actually can achieve. I would never have guessed the things that I have achieved in my career were even possible, but as I imagined it, they came true. I hate that you're going to miss, my dear. All right. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. That's a good one. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Fear has kept so many entrepreneurs from moving forward, from investing in themselves, from investing in their businesses. They're like, oh, what if this money is a waste? Well, you can make more money, but you can't make more time. You can't make back all the time you lost. But fear has held back many, many entrepreneurs. Here's another great quote. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's one of the things I say all the time in the CBF modules. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because if you're comfortable, you're probably not going anywhere. We need you to get uncomfortable for you to grow. What else? Come on, guys. Share some really great quotes with me. Yep. Amy says Zig Ziglar was great. You know, I got to meet Zig Ziglar. The very first Cleaning for a Reason conference I ever held. I had held other conferences before then, but I specifically held 3 conferences, and then we decided not to do conferences. Might have been a mistake, but back in the early days of building Cleaning for a Reason, I put together 3 conferences. Do you guys does anybody remember what I called those conferences? To this day, I'm actually proud of the name. I thought it was a cool name. Anybody remember what I called the conferences that I held for Cleaning for a Reason? They were 100% donation to Cleaning for a Reason. They were specific for Cleaning for a Reason partners. Anybody remember what I called those conferences? But I started to tell you, Zig Ziglar's daughter, Julie Ziglar, spoke at my very first Cleaning for a Reason conference. Anybody know what I called it? I love the name. To this day, I still love the name. I need to resurrect it. Anybody remember? Probably not. That was a long time ago. That was probably, I'm going to say 12, 13 years ago. Okay, here's what I called those conferences. Educationals. Those were the educational events. So it was educational and inspirational. So it was the Cleaning for a Reason educational event. It was really cool. And so, not me, I lived under a rock until last year. Oh, Amy, you're so cute. Let's see. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Awesome, Coach Jamie. That's right. It's not whether you get knocked down. We all get knocked down, but what matters is, do you get back up? Fall down 7 times, get back up 8. Fall down, that's the Chinese proverb. Fall down 7 times, get back up 8. So anyway, back to Cleaning for a Reason. So I held these conferences. I did it 3 years in a row, and then we stopped doing them. But one of my very first educational events, we invited Julie Ziglar. We paid her a speaker's fee. She came and spoke, but she surprised us by bringing her dad to the Cleaning for a Reason dinner that we had that night. We had a very special dinner. We did things up pretty big time in the early days of my launching Cleaning for a Reason, because I knew if I didn't inspire cleaning companies, they weren't going to join us. And so she brought her dad. Now, he had stopped speaking. Was no longer doing public speaking. By that time, he was late in his 80s. He had taken a fall, and he had had a problem with his short-term memory. In other words, it was like Groundhog Day all over every day, like every 5 minutes in his mind. So it was really heartbreaking to see. But she brought him to our Cleaning for a Reason dinner that night, and many of us got to take pictures with him. It was the biggest honor, I think, one of the biggest honors I've ever had in my life. And I love Zig Ziglar. He was a great man. So anyway, he was at my first educational event for Cleaning for a Reason. All right, let's see what Jacqueline has. Okay, there is never enough time to do it right the first time, but there is always enough time to do it again. So do it right the first time. I love that. That is so true. Right? We're always making excuses in this life. We're always making excuses. There is never enough time to do it right the first time, but there is always enough time to do it again. So do it right the first time. You know what, Jacqueline? This is why I don't sew. Remember, people used to sew things, S-E-W? I don't sew because everything I ever did, I did it wrong the first time. Yeah, Amy, that was an honor. All right, let's see here. Every day may not be good, but there is always good in every day. You know what? As long as you're alive, as long as you're breathing, as long as you're living, every day is good. Every day is a gift from God. All right. Made to order Florida says amen. All righty. Not sure what that was about. I'm sure I'm missing comments. Let's see. Here we go. Here's another one. We are working hard on putting our systems in place. The quote we hear and say is, Debbie says, I'm not sure who that is because on StreamYard it's not showing up to see who that is. Let's see here. Who says that? Oh, that's Vanessa. Vanessa, we are working hard putting our systems in place. The quote we hear and say is Debbie said. I love it, Vanessa. Thank you. Good. You know, I have that wristband that says, what would Debbie do? WWDD. Some people need that, especially those people that jump out on Facebook and say, well, I tweaked everything. I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't follow squat. All right. You never fail until you stop trying. Isn't that great? That's a good quote. You never fail until you stop trying. What else, guys? Give me some good quotes. Let's hear them. While you're thinking about your favorite inspirational quotes, let me remind you, cbflive.com. You can take $200 off for right now. That's going away pretty soon. You'll be paying full price pretty soon because you procrastinated. You know you want to be there. You know you're coming, but you just haven't done it yet. You're going to pay $200 more if you keep waiting. But if you will use coupon code SPRING, it's like beautiful spring weather in Texas. You're going to love it here. Use coupon code SPRING when you go to cbflive.com. Get registered. Stop procrastinating. Don't delay. Let us change your life forever. And get registered tonight. Spring. It'll get you $200 off. All right, more quotes. All right, Bridget Mullins just posted this a fundamentals post here too and wanted me to share it. When your dream is bigger than you are, you only have two choices: give up or get a coach or get help. Give up or get help. Isn't that awesome? And Bridget is a highly successful business owner and she still hires a coach. Why? Because she doesn't want to settle for just where she is. She wants to keep pushing and getting better and getting bigger and having greater levels of impact in the lives of her customers, her community, and her employees. That's Bridget right there. Isn't that awesome? So when your dream is bigger than you are, you only have two choices: give up on that dream that's bigger than you are, or get help. That's it. Those are the only two choices. The people that think there's another choice are delusional. All righty. What else? Let's see here. Never dream for success. Never never dream for success, but dream for it. I'm not sure, that might be missing a word. Never dream for success, but dream for it. So I don't know, maybe that one was missing a word. Every day may not be good, but there is, oh, I already read that one. Sorry. All right. What else? Any other great quotes? It snowed today. What's wrong with that picture? Hurry up and get to Texas. The weather is gorgeous. All right. Let's see. What else? What else? Do we have any other great quotes? Thank you, Coach Jamie, for sharing Bridget Mullins's post. Okay, so Jennifer wrote, never dream for success, but dream for it. I think there was a word missing. So my apologies, Jennifer, for not understanding that one. Anyway, favorite quotes, guys. So let me read you a couple more. Oh, here's a good one. Let other pens, P-E-N, let other pens dwell on guilt and misery. Not you. Okay, when all else fails, you always have delusion. Oh, that's fun. All right, here's another one from Katy Perry. I am a champion and you're going to hear me roar. I like that song. I am a champion and you are going to hear me roar. How many of you listening tonight need to declare that in your own personal life? I am a champion and you are going to hear me roar. Who needs to declare that? If that's you and you need to declare that you are a champion and that we are going to hear you roar, type into the comments right now, roar, R-O-A-R, for those of you that went to public school like me, R-O-A-R. Type in roar. Thought that was a great quote. Okay, Joanne Bracchio, roar. Never dream for success, but work for it. Thank you. Never dream for success, work for it. There's a lot of dreamers out there who aren't working for their dream. All righty. Roar. All right. Amy says roar. Those are good ones. All right. Let's see. Here's some more good quotes. I was someone with not much self-belief at all, and yet in this one thing in my life, I believed that I was the one thing in my life. I felt I can tell a story. And that was J.K. Rowling. You guys know who J.K. Rowling is? Type into the comments. What book did she write? I was someone with not much self-belief at all, and yet in this one thing in my life, I believed. That was the one thing in my life I felt I can tell a story. J.K. Rowling. Who was that? What book did she write? Come on, guys. You know the answer to this. This one's too stinking easy. Stop overthinking. That's a good quote. Stop overthinking. What book did J.K. Rowling write? She got rejected so many times by publishers. Amy got it. My grandkids' favorite book of all time. My little granddaughter, who is 8 years old, has read Harry Potter books this thick with no pictures in it for a couple of years now. And she's read all of them. The Harry Potter series. This woman is a billionaire. And she was rejected time and time and time again. People told her she couldn't write and no one would read her stories. But she didn't give up. She didn't put her head down and accept defeat. She kept writing. And I have a feeling she's glad she did. Oh, Amy's never read a single one, but you sure know the answer, my dear. I love The Lord of the Rings because I love J.R.R. Tolkien, but I've never connected with Harry Potter. I have watched it with my grandkids, and of course I read the Harry Potter book to my sweet little Stella granddaughter, but it doesn't do a thing for me. I'm not super into the mystical stuff, and I wouldn't say Lord of the Rings is mystical. It's more adventuresome, but anyway, that's another subject. Success doesn't come to you. Go get it. All right. We read that one already. Teamwork alone we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. CBF Life. This is so true. So Jacqueline is bringing up a point. In the CBF community, it's not like you're struggling out there in a gigantic sea of loneliness trying to figure it out every step of the way all by yourself. When you're in the CBF community, you're surrounded by impact-driven entrepreneurs who want to succeed and want to get to the next level and are solving problems and sharing information with each other. And so we're never alone. We're always solving problems. We're always helping each other solve problems. It is an incredible environment to be in. I love it. It's helped me in my business to be constantly focused on growth and progress and problem solving, just to be around all of these amazing entrepreneurs. Either you run the day or the day runs you. I love that quote because that is so true. Either you run the day or the day runs you. How many of you feel like a firefighter? You're fighting fires all day long. This is what you do. You fight fires day in and day out. I'm trying to get to my phone here so I can actually see names. But you either run the day. Let's see, was that Peter Drucker that said that? You either run the day or the day runs you. Somebody look that up on Google and see who said that. It might have been Peter Drucker, and he was one of the big car manufacturers, I think. I can't remember, but he's like the guru of management, business management. Never dream. Okay, let's see. What else? Come on, guys. Give me some really great quotes. Great quotes. Great quotes. What else? Any other great quotes? I'll read one or two more, and then we'll wrap it up. So, guys, cbflive.com, coupon code SPRING, take $200 off. Do me a favor. If you know you're coming, stop procrastinating. You know, we're like sweating it, wanting to make sure we get all the people in that we can. And go get registered tonight before midnight. So when I wake up tomorrow, I can check my RegFox, which is my app for registrations. And I can check my RegFox and I will see your name there. So use coupon code SPRING, take $200 off while you can, and get your butt in Fort Worth, Texas, April 15th, 16th, and 17th. It is a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday. You can go home Sunday afternoon. You can fly in Wednesday, get a good night's sleep in a beautiful 4-star hotel for $139 a night. And it's a write-off. Hello, Uncle Sam is paying for this trip. It's a write-off. So if you're healthy and it's okay for you to be around 260 or 280 people, if you're healthy and you don't feel it would be a health compromise for you to attend, get your butt at CBF Live and let us change your life forever. All right, Joanne Bracchio, one of the sweetest ladies I know, incredibly inspiring. You can't run with the big dogs if you're gonna purr like a puppy. You can't run with the big dogs if you're gonna purr like a puppy. I'm gonna say purr like a kitten because puppies don't purr, kittens purr. That's awesome. All right, you can't run with the big dogs if you're gonna purr. If you're gonna pee like a puppy. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I don't really get that one, but it's cute. All right, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. The people who refuse to invest in themselves, it is because they don't believe in themselves. I don't have time to go to that conference. I don't have time to take a training course. That course is too expensive, right? There's only one reason why a person would not invest in themselves. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe they have what it takes. They don't believe they can do it. They don't believe they can take a little cleaning business and become wealthy. They don't believe it. You sure haven't heard my story then. You sure haven't heard my story then, because I sure did. And if I can do it, it can be done. If I can do it, it can be done. So believe in yourself. Jennifer, that was a good one. Nothing will work. Oh, yeah, I've already read that one. Nothing will work unless you do. That is so true. You know, there's too many people out there wanting to be rich by doing nothing. Good luck with that. It doesn't work. Just do it, guys, says Joanne. Let's see. Nothing will work unless you do. What else? Any more great quotes, guys? I don't want to miss anything. All right, let's see what Jacqueline has to say. She's always so inspiring to me. Success isn't just about what you accomplish in your life, it's about what you inspire others to do. Step into your power and live your story. Is that a Jacqueline quote? So, guys, you need to tell me who you're quoting. So, Jacqueline, is that a you quote? Because that's pretty special. It sounds like you. Success isn't just about what you accomplish in your life, it's about what you inspire others to do. Step into your power and live your story. I love that. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, guys. So, let me just wrap up with one more quote here. Let's just randomly pull one out of this book. Oh, this is a good one. Beware, for I am fearless and therefore powerful. That's a good one. Watch out. Amy says, wow, that's deep. Jacqueline. It is, isn't it? All right, let's see. Let me find a couple more good ones. Some of them are a little wordy. Okay, here's a good one. You can't be that kid standing at the top of the water slide, overthinking it. You have to go down the chute. Who said that? You can't be that kid standing at the top of the water slide, overthinking it. You have to go down the chute. That was Tina Fey, the comedian. She's pretty hilarious. All right, there's some pretty good ones here. Let's see if I can find one by somebody interesting. Let's see here. This one's kind of good. I know very little about acting. I'm just an incredibly gifted faker. Robert Downey Jr. That's pretty good. I know very little about acting. I'm just an incredibly gifted faker. I'm sorry, but that's what it takes. You got to fake it till you make it so people will give you a chance. And then, oh yeah, that one was one I couldn't even understand. Let's see here. This is a great little book. Thank you so much, Lisa Chow, for this. Okay, here's a good one. No, I already read that one. Hang on, let me find one more and we'll sign off. Let's see here. Oh, did I read all the good ones? I did read some good ones. Oh, let's see about this one. This is kind of good. So, without leaps of imagination or dreaming, we lose the excitement of possibilities. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. I so agree with that. Gloria Steinem. So, without leaps of imagination or dreaming, we lose the excitement of possibilities. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. How long has it been since you dreamed of what you want your business to be? Or did you give up on that dream a long time ago because you convinced yourself it was not possible? That people like us don't become wealthy. People like us don't succeed at business, right? How long ago did you give up on your dream? Well, let's rekindle that dream because dreaming is a form of planning. So as long as you have the dream and you have the vision, and then you have a group of people that will help you put a proven plan in place, the sky's the limit as to what you can do as an entrepreneur. It's absolutely exciting and so incredible. All right, here's another one. Expect nothing and you will never be disappointed. That's kind of a sad quote, but that's true. Lower your expectations and you'll never be disappointed. All righty. I love inspirational quotes. I'm not sure who said that. At the end, most people won't regret the things they did, but they regret the things they didn't do. Prince EA. Okay, you're now a Prince EA fan, aren't you, Jacqueline? It's a bit addicting. At the end of the day, most people won't regret the things they did, but they regret the things they didn't do. This is so true. I would say if I have any regrets, it's all the things I wanted to do and still haven't done yet. All right. Okay, guys, that's about it. What a great way to end the night. I loved getting your quotes. Now, you guys start collecting great quotes that move you. Start collecting great quotes that inspire you. And we'll do this. Maybe we'll do this once a month. Get you to come back on here and share some of the best quotes of all time that really resonate with you and will inspire other people. All right. Before I sign off, once again, cbflive.com. Coupon code SPRING. You'll get $200 off. And if you keep waiting and you keep procrastinating, you're going to pay top dollar for registration, but that's okay. I would have paid 3 times what we charge. But you will pay more later. So use SPRING coupon code to get $200 off, cbflive.com. I'm going to be checking my app tonight before I go to bed. I want to see your name on there. Don't stay home and clean another toilet. Come to Texas and let us show you how to build a cleaning empire. It's amazing the sacrifices that other people in this group on here tonight are making just to come to CBF Live. And you don't make the effort at all. Doesn't even make sense. Don't squander the opportunity. Jamie says, all right, let's see here. Oh, here's somebody who says, I am a buffalo. And Jamie Spurl. Oh, Jamie Spurl. I know who you are now. I always forget. Okay, who's Jamie Spurl? Oh, that's Jacqueline's husband. Sweet, supportive, incredible man. Says, raise your hand if you are a buffalo. Thank you, Jamie. Who is a buffalo? Let's end the night with that. If you are a buffalo, raise your hand. Just type in, I'm a buffalo. You see my buffalo? Isn't he cute? I just love him. Look at a little buffalo face. Isn't that adorable? I just love my buffalo. And then I have this amazing buffalo picture that Coach Jonathan and Sarah Cromwell had commissioned for me. Let's see if I can move out of the way. It's kind of like needs to be mirrored, so I never can remember which way to turn. See my little red buffalo there? And that's my mom looking down from heaven. That's actually a picture of my mom in the clouds, in the stormy, cloudy sky, looking down from heaven at her daughter, Buffalo, right there. Anyway, sorry for all the movements. But that's my buffalo picture. It was a beautiful painting commissioned by Coach Jonathan and Sarah Cromwell. All right, guys, Jacqueline's a buffalo. Amy's a buffalo. And not sure who that is. Probably Jennifer. All right, guys, have a great night. I got some more work to do. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much. It is a sweet picture, isn't it? All right. Take care. Can't wait to see you. Jennifer, I hope you're coming to CBF Live. I do want to meet you in person. So make sure are you coming, Jennifer? Make sure if you are coming that you come up and introduce yourself to me, because I remember you joined CBF during the challenge. And I don't know why I remember that, but I do. So please come up and introduce yourself to me. All right, guys, have a great night. Thanks so much for being here with me tonight. And we will see you very soon. And let's play the song again. Let's see here. Let's see if I can add that. Okay, here we go. Enjoy. CBF Live 2021. We'll see you there. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.